I'm a fan of films throughout history, so I'll make this film history film about film history, explain the history of film. Now, as with every category of history, it starts out really wide but quickly drops off every other category until it's very specific. Film history is older than any living human, but still pretty short in the grand scheme of things. I suppose I could start a lot later, but that wouldn't be fair to our soon-to-be alien leaders when they watch these videos and don't know what I'm talking about. Now would it? Let's begin at the beginning. First, after the Big Bang, the universe went through a totally chaotic series of events. Eventually our star formed, collected a few planets, including Earth, Mars crashed into the Earth and formed the Moon, and just a few cataclysms later, mankind evolved. This eventually led to the modern Homo sapiens, bringing with them language and the spoken word. Something that came with language was lies, a time-honored tradition that humans perfected very well since this point. But something many cavemen discovered, who actually lived in tents, was that a lie told well could be something more. Tall tales became stories, became legends, became cave paintings. This was the earliest form of visual storytelling. In a way, this was the beginning of moving pictures. Humans invented musical instruments, built up a few societies, and began writing books and plays to further entertain themselves and each other. Stories were a lot more complex, and people liked it when people pretended to be other people to entertain people. Philosophers began to notice a certain phenomenon that they called camera obscura, to describe a principle of light that as it shines through a pinhole, the image seen through the pinhole is shown in the opposite wall, only upside down. This was used by many artists to trace images in a dark room, including Leonardo da Vinci, which you might think is essentially just tracing an image, and you're right, but this was one of the closest ways people could get to making the actual image of something before the invention of photography. Rome fell, thanks to multiple invasions from Germanic barbarians, and suddenly, all at once, the expanse of science and technology is flung back 1,000 years. This era of history is referred to as the Dark Ages because of how little history actually survived from this time. Just thought I'd explain why progress towards the invention of film kind of stopped here for a bit.